So the spine was going up this way, right? So now I'm just going to take the shoulder and I'm going to lift it again, take the workload away. I just go with her pattern.
Half an hour.
Okay, so what's happening down here now? Does that feel a little bit different now through there?
Yeah, it does.
And you see now that's moving. Before that, it was stuck. There wasn't much going on there. Just go over here. Just a little bit, just slide your head over. So I'm just going to slide your head in that direction and see what that feels like. And then slide it back the other way. Okay, so which is easier? Is it easier to go back? Your head to go back?
Yeah, it's easier for my head to go back.
Okay, so I'm going to just take this arm and just begin to slide your head back towards your other arm. That's it. And back this way. And again. And just set it down there. Just set it down. That's it. Just bring your head back again, just slide it that way. That's it. Okay, so just tuck your toes under. And, okay, and hold it there. And then I'm going to push you in that direction, okay? Okay, now push back against me. That's it. And that way. And push back again. That's it. Okay, and let that go. Okay, so now come back onto your back. Different. See, we didn't go out of her pattern. We stayed in the pattern. I didn't try and take her head in a direction she didn't want to go, and yet in the beginning, you know, she could go to the right quite easily, but she couldn't go to the left. Well, now it doesn't matter. She can go to either side. Pretty even. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Look at that. Can you see that? How the arms have shifted, so they're both the same length. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Quicker than the ATM too.
I'm like,
Yeah.
amazing. I did that. I had to take you to school.
Okay, let's see what's happening here. That's easier. Well, that was your easy way, I think, before, because it was
Yeah.
this leg that went out.
Yeah.
So if her head had been to the right, you would have still had her look under the gap then.
Yeah.
But it was this
Yeah.
way, so you just had her slide it towards there.
Yeah.
And then you
I
actually
mean-
had her look under the gap this way, which,
What's that, Kathy?
Tricky.
Yeah, I'm curious what you're asking.
About when I had you
Yeah.
looking under and it was uncomfortable, so then
It's
I had
tough.
you take your head back the other way.
Oh, yeah.
And, which is different than in the ATM, because you're asked to take your head under. But if we're not going to,
I don't think we were though with the opposite leg up.
no, maybe
Maybe.
not.
I
I
don't
don't,
think so.
yeah, I don't know, I can't
Because
remember.
I tried it just for fun. Ooh, that's-
Yeah.
I did,
Yeah.
I did it just for fun.
So, you know, in the FI demo that David did with us in Berkeley, the person on the table was more classic and like, you know, the knee went up on the right, the
On the
head
same side.
was turned to the same side. You know, so that's one way, but that's not, there's no guarantee with anybody that
no.
they're actually going to be like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, it really depends. Like, it's nice to have that dialogue, because if I didn't ask you, I could probably see that you were more comfortable on one side and that you'd move better. But it was just easier for me to say which side, you know, which side works better for you, which way do you
Okay.
want your head, you know,
And same thing with the leg, you asked me.
Exactly.
And I took the time
Yeah.
to do it. So this is the learning for me to interact with the client or the person on the table.
Exactly.
And then what you did with me is you just stayed right in my pattern.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And you see, my best guess would have been that leg, but I would have had your head turned the other way. Because when you were on your back, you were turning your head towards that leg.
Yeah, I was the
That
right
was
and the right.
bending.
But yet on my stomach, my head
That's
the
right.
opposite way.
And sometimes people will
Huh.
do one thing in standing, they'll do something else in sitting, and they'll do something else entirely different lying down. So
Right.
there's
And
no
that's what I
guarantee that what you see in one position is going to be it.
Mhm.
So, which is another reason why it's so great to, like I say, to dialogue with people, you know, like
Okay.
what is right for you? What does feel better? Oh, let's just see here. You see, now you can go that way a little bit. That's a little easier than
Yeah.
it was. So bend this knee out and just see if that feels easier than it did before.
Yeah.
Okay, and then do the other one. How's that? both sides now.
Yeah, I wanted to see how far up I felt this one now. It's so funny when I do both legs or both things, I get a grabbing right here in this SI joint down on the right side. It's that flexion.
So is that happening right now?
A little bit.
A little bit still? Okay, so let's just see what happens if we do this. So I'm going to hold your heel, and you're going to take your leg up in the same trajectory. Now, as you do that, feel what you're doing in the rest of your body. Okay? So keep going. So just keep pulling. Okay, and then push back. So you're going back. That's it. Okay, now again, pull that way. And then push back. Okay, so now notice what you're doing on this side as you do that.
A lot of work going on over here.
Okay. There.
Yeah.
Okay, no, don't push back yet. Okay, now push back. That's it. Okay, now do this leg again and see if it feels different in that spot where you said it was grabbing before.
Yeah. It's a little bit there, but it's changing because it's now moving from more up in my upper back, like I can feel it on the right when I raise this leg, right? And it wasn't happening over here on the left.
Your whole torso was just like frozen when you did the project.
What's that?
First time you didn't have the movement go into your spine at all.
Right, that's what I
Stuck in a
noticed.
little bit.
The right, it would go into my spine, but not on the left. I wasn't feeling any pressure or support on the back.
Right.
On the table, it was like this wasn't there at all.
Right. Yeah.
And this was doing the work.
Okay, so bend your knees and just take yourself over to the side and sit up.
It's so nice watching Feldy get up.
Yeah, isn't it lovely?
So many people struggle.
Okay, so now here, turn from side to side and just see what that feels like. And then stand up. And just move a little bit in front of me and stay facing me. You feel how you're more centered now? So go there, down one side. Don't turn your head. So there we go. Okay, other side. Do this side again. Okay, can you see on this side how she's now flexing? It's not just that folding. It's
Yeah,
not-
it's not shooting all the way over to the right. It's interesting.
Okay, and then do the other side again. And that's nice, yeah. Let's just go. So, go over to the left. 'Cause that's that spot, right?
Yeah.
Where we determined that it wasn't really moving. So just feel now how that moves from side to side.